Hello everybody and welcome back to another video here on the one and only Tribal Warrior YouTube channel. Now of course I am the Tribal Warrior, and in today's video, as you see by the thumbnail and as you see by the title, I'll be making my predictions for the 2026 Royal Rumble matches. Yes, you heard it here, 2026 Royal Rumble. Obviously meaning I will be making my Royal Rumble predictions 4 months early. And of course, I'll be doing my proper official prediction like a week or two before the Royal Rumble, this January. But I just wanted to see if I can make an early prediction and make a couple of predictions to see if I actually can predict who can win it and who I think at this time who deserves to win it. Okay, so I just thought it would be a little fun video to do with you. Obviously, sometimes see those wrestling creators, wrestling influencers who make videos immediately after WrestleMania, and they're like, I'm gonna predict the WrestleMania card for next year. So this is not as intense as that. It's not a whole year in advance. It's 4 months early. So 4 months is also still a long period away from the event, but let's get into it because I'll be picking 2 men and 2 women I think could win it all and punch their ticket to WrestleMania. We're getting closer to that unpredictable season and the stakes are getting higher than ever. Next year's Royal Rumble is a historic one. For the first time ever, it will take place outside of North America, happening on January 31st, 2026 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, as a part of the city's massive entertainment event, Riyadh Season. With the WWE pushing its global reach and the Royal Rumble being one of the most unpredictable matches of the year, anything and anyone can happen. So with that being said, let's go and make my picks. So we're going to kick things off here with the women's Royal Rumble predictions. And of course, as you see in front of you, kicking things off for me is Roxanne Perez. Absolutely insane star and such a great woman. And she really is the prodigy. Roxanne Perez deserves to win the 2026 Royal Rumble in my opinion because she represents the future of WWE's women's division. Not just the women's division, but the whole WWE itself. At just a young age, she's already accomplished milestones many veterans dream of, from becoming the youngest NXT Women's Champion to consistently proving she can deliver under pressure. Her in-ring style blends with speed, resilience, and storytelling, which makes her a natural underdog fans can really rely behind. A Rumble victory would elevate her from NXT standout to a legitimate main event star, showing WWE's commitment to building its next generation of talent. She also has a real chance because WWE is clearly invested in long-term potential. Perez has been featured in high-profile matches, has strong fan support, and her youth makes her the perfect candidate for a breakout Rumble to WrestleMania story. With WWE's push for global expansion, putting the spotlight on Roxanne in Saudi Arabia would be a symbolic passing of the torch moment, creating a new star on one of the biggest international stages the company has ever had. Roxanne is already a star on Raw every week, and she could become an even bigger star once she wins this match. And if she does win this match, which I really do think is possible, and it's not just me saying this is so many other wrestling creators, people on the IWC, so many people are saying this. So yeah, in my opinion, Roxanne Perez deserves to win this matchup, and that is one of my predictions for next year's Royal Rumble. And now Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan has the perfect setup for this year's surprise Royal Rumble victory in 2026. Currently sidelined with an injury, she could return dramatically in Riyadh as one of the unannounced entrants, immediately creating buzz and energy. WWE loves comeback stories, and Liv has built a strong fan base as an underdog who fights through setbacks. A Rumble win would not just mark her as a full circle redemption after injury, but would also solidify her as a top tier WrestleMania contender. There's an added layer of drama with Roxanne Perez, the superstar we just talked about, who stepped in to replace Liv during her absence at the Judgment Day. If WWE books Roxanne and Liv as the final two, it writes itself as a generational clash. The rising star who sees the opportunity versus the resilient fan favorite making a great return. having Liv eliminate Roxanne in the emotional moment which would crown her comeback in an unforgettable fashion, while still spotlighting Roxanne as a future main event player. And just like Roxanne, Liv, I guess, is so achieved in the WWE. She, of course, had some great memorable title reigns, but in terms of who would I want to win it between Liv and Roxanne, I kind of want Liv to win it. I don't really want to see Roxanne with a world title yet. Although we've already seen Liv with a world title, it would be great for a change. But I do think we won't see Liv Morgan for the rest of the year. And then she's going to return at the Royal Rumble and, just like Charlotte Flair did, win the whole thing. And now from the Women's Royal Rumble to the Men's 2026 Royal Rumble match. And of course, as you see in front of you, the man who has won it before, one of my favourite WWE superstars, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has been chasing that moment of recapturing the WWE Championship for a long time. And the 2026 Royal Rumble could finally be his ticket back to the top. After carrying WWE through the pandemic era, and winning his first WrestleMania main event without fans in attendance, Drew has been hungry for the opportunity to do it again. This time in front of a packed stadium on the grandest stages of them all. A Rumble victory would give him the chance to right that wrong and have the defining WrestleMania moment he's been waiting for, and this time, not a 5-minute win. Winning the Rumble in Riyadh would also be a massive career milestone. Of course, this would mark his second Royal Rumble win, showcasing him as a global star with unfinished business. Heading into WrestleMania as the Rumble winner, Drew could finally reclaim the championship that he's needed to get back and remind everyone why he's one of WWE's most dependable and dominant main event players. It would also be the perfect mix of redemption, legacy, and long-awaited glory. Of course, Drew McIntyre, as I mentioned, one of my favourite WWE superstars, and I'm obviously not being biased. I'm not pulling him in here because he's my favourite superstar or whatever. I really think he deserves this. He's been chasing this for years now, and he did actually get it back last year with Damian Priest cashed in his Money in the Bank, meaning he only had a 5-minute reign. But I really want to see a full championship run of Drew McIntyre. So yes, hashtag we want Drew for the 2026 Royal Rumble. The final superstar we're going to talk about in today's video is probably someone everyone wants to win the Royal Rumble match, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn would be a storybook choice to win the 2026 Royal Rumble match, especially because the match was taking place in Saudi Arabia. He has long been a fan favourite in the region, receiving some of the loudest ovations whenever WWE brings an event to the Middle East. His journey from underdog to a beloved world-class performer has connected deeply with the audiences worldwide, and a Rumble victory on this stage would feel like an homecoming for one of WWE's most relatable and resilient stars. More importantly, Sami has been chasing that career-defining singles world championship moment for years now. While he's had unforgettable rivalries and huge match performances, the Rumble could be his chance to finally break through the WrestleMania's main event spotlight. Winning in Saudi Arabia would not just be massive and personal for Sami, but also be an emotional moment, the kind of organic feel-good story that WWE thrives on when the stakes are the highest. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is just my opinion. Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, Sami Zayn, and Drew McIntyre. What is your opinion? Comment down below 4 or more superstars who you think should win both Royal Rumble this year. I'm open. I want to hear your guys' opinions. So yeah, that's all I got to say, guys. Thank you for watching. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. And remember to always, always stay bright.